Coming up live on Livewire, we've got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking with some people who run a theater company, and you're going to experience, if you go to this play, an original play, a new play written by a Sacramento playwright. Playwriting in Sacramento has really blossomed, and poetry, but playwriting is really taking off, and many theater companies are not doing the old Hello Dolly and Guys and Dolls. They're doing new work, and you'll meet some people who are a group of actors, but they're also playwrights. And then we're going to talk about the Gentleman's Ride, which is an interesting fundraiser for prostate cancer by motorcyclists, BMWs and stuff like that. So stay tuned for Livewire right after this. EMH Productions. And it is a theater company that's been around for a while, and they are a group of actors as well as playwrights. And with me in the studio is their leader, Elise Hodge. How are you?
I am well today, Ray. It's nice to be here. Thank you.
And Lana, you are also a local playwright, and you're an actor in their upcoming show, right?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Good. Ms. Monachino.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. You're also an actor in the play, right?
Yes, I am.
Good. Well, it's an interesting play. The writer is local.
Yes, Dan has been here on and off for the last few years, and he was last seen on the STC production of, I think, The Hounds of the Baskervilles. So
Sacramento Theater Company,
Yeah.
The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this is very exciting. I mean, developing a play and moving towards the opening piece, and Sacramento audiences, I think, don't really get the idea of there are writers here, and you can actually go and see a new work.
Yeah, it's been really exciting to be able to work with a playwright, at being a playwright myself, and having put up some of my own work here in town, and taking someone else and taking them on this journey of experiencing what it is to develop the material past that first initial putting it all out there in that first draft, and getting it to the point where the actors get to work with it and see what's functioning and what's not, and what's telling the story and what isn't. It's been quite a ride.
Oh, I'm sure it has. It's really amazing. I worked with a company about 5 years ago, and we were really trying to get the play had 90-some pages or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, it's too long, and so I went and analyzed the play and found a repetition 14 times of the same descriptor for a villain who's not in the play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I presented it to the playwright, and he goes, wow. And I said, that's only an example of some things that we could cut, So we go to the next reading. None of those 14 things were cut.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. It's interesting.
It's a repetition compulsion in the writer.
Yeah.
I can't think of something. I'll just throw this out again.
Yeah. Well, I know with Lana,
it's hard. You have to figure out something new, and sometimes we get stuck in the groove that we're in.
Yeah.
I've been with this play since its initial reading, and it's been very interesting to watch the character of Deke, who's the old cowboy that I play, go through not a transition, but to be polished and to shift in his relationships with the young lead that Jesse Jansen plays.
Great.
It's very satisfying.
We should talk about what the play's about. How about that?
Yes, that would be great. So this is centering on a character named Brint, who is a roughneck. That's what they call these guys who work out in the oil fields. And this is taking place in Wyoming. And he's experienced a very tragic accident out on one of the fields. And this has led to just a complete shutdown of him personally, his personality, and him emotionally. And Mallory here plays his ex-girlfriend, who they've this has caused a rift between them over time, and they have and also a very deep connection because they have a child. So this is going on, and then Deke is this father figure, like you mentioned. He's coming in and trying to kind of be there in his own way that he knows how with Brent, but then what happens is Brent does meet this lovely young lady, and then things begin to happen.
Okay. A love drama in the oil fields.
You got it, yeah.
Amazing. I can't think of a play. One movie called Oil or something like that. In my not so good memory about great films, but I do remember Clark Gable is in one of them.
Oh yeah.
And there's this spouting oil all over him, and he's standing out in the oil as it's coming down.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
It is. Well, and it's very dangerous work what they do out there. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing I've learned in researching more about what these men have to go through to do their job, to survive out there. I mean, there are accidents aplenty, unfortunately. Some of them, obviously fatal. And what these guys have to go through. There was a podcast we came across that mentioned that because of the work, and it's so regimented and they can't stop what they're doing once they start. If something happens, they get maybe 10 or 15 minutes to deal with that situation, including someone being killed. And then they have to go right back to what they're doing. So this capacity to just shut down is actually part of what you have to do to be in this job. Yeah.
Sounds like soldiers were.
Yeah. Very much so.
We talk about oil in America all the time, but we don't really deal with who it is that brings it out of the earth, that delivers it to us. Yeah. That's one of the interesting things about this is the psychological impact that it takes on the people. The enormous, what she just said, the enormous focus that you have to keep a bit going into the ground, and you don't get to wander off. That's your complete focus. Yeah. He goes on for 2 weeks. He comes back and he's off for a week, and then he goes back on for 2 weeks.
Wow. Well, and then with Mallory's character Meg, I mean, if you want to speak to that just very briefly, it's there's then the support people, the wives and the girlfriends who live with these men, and
you do have to learn how to deal with men who have to shut down like that, how to sort of bring them back to reality, how to help them deal with some of the things that go on, and sometimes you fail, and or sometimes it's something that you just can't get past, and that's what happens with Meg. She finds that she hits a roadblock with Brint, the main character, and that's where their relationship is at the opening of the play.
It sounds like the play is called These Lonesome Roads. Sounds like really an interesting piece. When is it going to happen?
We open September 16th at the EMH Theater there on 28th Street here in Midtown Sacramento, and we run for 3 weekends. So come see us, come check it out, because you got a little bit of an opportunity to see a really great new piece of material hit the stage for the first time.
It sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So I'd like to come see it myself.
I
think
hope
it's kind
you
of a fun thing. But you brought a scene so that we might be able to see a scene?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll take a short pause because we have to go for a break, and we will be back after that break and do some more talking.
Okay.
Talking heads. We'll be back in just a minute right after these important messages. Take them down. Make note.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Let's do those pearly whites, man. Ooh, cute.
Are you good to try?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Sir, go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Today, Sean's got a hearing. We'll see how it goes. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
It's called These Lonesome Roads. It's a play with a group of wonderful writers and actors, and it's going to be at the EMH Theater coming up. It's a world premiere about life in the oil fields in Wyoming. With me also coming back is Mr. Jansen. You are the guy, man, the man of the
the guy
that comes out of the oil fields, and Mallory, you play his ex, right?
Ex-girlfriend, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So Elise, you thought I'd like to direct this?
Yes, I did actually. When it was first brought to me, it was with the intention of, what do you think of this, and will you help me develop it? And I said yes, because I just felt it was a very compelling story. There's a lot of layers to this. You'll see a scene with Petra Vandehay, who's playing the love interest that comes into all of this, and she's an aspiring singer who wants to go to Nashville. So yes, her character's name is Casey, and they meet up, and then sparks ensue, I guess, or something.
So tell me, what's the scene, sir? What this scene is you're about to present to us?
So this scene is in Act 2. This is Act 1, Scene 2. The night after her and I have met, I've gone out to a bar and happened to see her play, and was able to charm her enough to come back and have a drink with me, and the things that ensue that evening. So this is us now picking up the following morning once things are a little uncomfortable in the light of day.
All right, woo. So why don't you show it to us, okay?
Okay.
All right, sounds pretty good. No? Somebody saying no to me? Cameraman? Oh. Well, we'll hold on then. That means I have to ask you a question.
We'll build the suspense.
Okay, all right. Hop on
Are
over.
we good now?
What? Okay. Read the screen, right? Read the screen. Okay, yes, it's the EMH Theater. It's called These Lonesome Roads, and it is a new play, and EMH Productions is going to throw it together and present it for you. And actors work for a long time on these things, and playwrights worry about their lines, and so let's have a look at this scene from These Lonesome Roads.
Oh, hi.
You scared me.
You left your guitar here.
I know. That's why I came back.
I was going to drive it out to the ranch and drop it off for you.
I figured I would just swing by and get it, so I got it.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
You know, it's funny. You coming in and out like this, and hey, here we just met.
It's funny you find it so funny, because I don't find it funny at all.
Well, sure, it's awkward now, but 50 years you'll be laughing about it with your grandkids.
I doubt that.
I had a nice time with you last night.
Last night. Right.
And just so you know, Meg and I aren't together.
Anymore.
Well, right, we're just...
Friends.
Yeah.
You know, it's really none of my business. You can do whatever you want.
I'd like to get to know you.
Look, last night shouldn't have happened.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't sleep with strangers. That's not who I am.
I know.
Well, no, you don't know, because that's not what happened.
Well, then why did it happen?
I don't know. It was just something about the way you were looking at me last night when I was playing. I can't explain it. And I really enjoyed our conversation. You seemed genuine, and we came back here, started drinking whiskey and dancing, and you gave me that look again. Made me want to... I don't know.
It sounds like you do.
No, I don't.
You are so beautiful.
Stop it.
Hey, how about how about another dance?
No. No more games. What's with you, man? You're so ignorant and clueless and pathetic. Wake up. Can't you see there's way more out there than hooking up? That a genuine connection with someone is way more important than getting laid on a Friday night? Look at me. I'm a dude and I'm so macho. I can drink all y'all under the table. You must want me so bad, because I'm full of one-liners and charm. You stupid idiot, relate to a woman.
Can I hold you?
What?
I want to hold you.
Why?
I like the way we fit together.
You trying to sleep with me again?
No. No. I just want to hold you, that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
I could feel your heart beating.
I don't feel anything.
Everyone can feel their heart.
Not me.
Bravo! They're really good. That's Three Lonesome Roads at the EMH Theater, and it's coming right up on September the 16th. Thank you, guys. You were really good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Miss Petra Van Hay. Very good. You were excellent. I love that. Do you like that?
Oh yeah, of course.
It's a nice scene. It's well written.
Of course. Yeah, I can't wait for them to be able to share all of this with everybody when we open.
So Mallory, do you walk in on this?
Actually, I do walk in on poor Petra in the morning, morning after. So yes, technically I do walk in on it.
Yeah.
But I find it rather amusing at that point in time.
Yes.
It's not something I'm unfamiliar with.
I
so
see. Okay.
in this life.
So he is what she said, right?
Yeah.
A little bit in his own way. A little bit in his own way. You know, and he's spiraled into this a little bit of alcoholism as well, which is not uncommon out there.
So I'm working his.
So you know, there's a lot of things going on with Brent. There's a lot of things to see and learn and experience. So I think everybody's going to have a very entertaining time with this show.
Good. Yeah. Well, thank you for bringing a new play to the stages in Sacramento.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
I think it's kind of crazy and wonderful. You know, I mean, it must be really great working on a new piece with the playwright.
It is. It's truly been and just a really interesting experience. I'm working with a couple of different playwrights right now. One in Los Angeles, and of course here now in Sacramento, and. Continuing with my own work as well, and you know, all you ever do with these kinds of things really is just learn how to do more and how to do better and how to tell your stories in the most enriching way that you possibly can, hopefully for yourself and the public.
I can't gainsay that. I could say thank you and I wish you well.
Thank you.
Break a leg,
much,
everyone.
Ray.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Well, that's all the time we have today. You know, we're here every Wednesday with wonderful artists from around town and very interesting people, and we'll be back right after this break with a very interesting character from Sacramento.
Hey Gabby, how you doing? How's the play date and sleepover?
Dad, it was great.
Awesome. Okay, I'm on my way. Hey guys, what are you doing?
We're going swimming. We're going biking. Yeah!
I'll see you in a little bit, guys. I love you.
Hi, babe. How was school today?
Hi, Dad. It was great.
Okay, honey. I'll be home soon. Remember, you're never too far away from your kids to be a dad. Reach out and take a second to check in, because sometimes the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hi, we're back with Livewire, and I'm Ray Tatter, and with me in the studio is Shasta Smith, who is interested in two-wheel vehicles, right?
Yes, since a very young age.
Yeah, you jumped off your bicycle and said, I want a motorcycle.
Yeah, to my parents' dismay.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you now work with them, and now you work in a kind of you're more like a curator of older machinery.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of vintage motorcycles, and I own an international motorcycle brand, lifestyle brand called Vintage Monkey, and I also design vintage bikes for charity. Auction off for charity.
Auctions for charity. I think that's a wonderful thing to do. And the thing about this is also, you're also part of this charity, which you're here to talk about, which is the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride.
Yes.
And that includes gentle ladies, I'm sure.
It does, which is the reason why I'm here.
Good. Well, tell me about it. How did this evolve, and what does it do?
So the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is to benefit prostate cancer and men's health. It is, the mothership is in Australia, but this year riders are expected to join together in 90 different countries.
90 different countries.
500 cities, and Sacramento will be one of those cities.
Yay,
and so
power.
we're championing that ride this year. And the signups in Sacramento for the ride will be this Sunday, September 4th, at our local Bottle and Barlow downtown.
Well, where is that? What corner?
That is on R Street.
R Street.
Yeah, R Street. R, and you're gonna stump me here. Just when I think I've got all my addresses and numbers down. Yeah. But Bottle and Barlow, you can Google it.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's about 15th, somewhere between 15, 16, 17. There's a little area there. That has a lot of restaurants.
I want to say 14th.
14, 15,
yeah,
16.
We're there. We're close by.
Right there. What? Oh, 1120. Thank
1120.
you.
Thank
See,
you.
I tell you, the camera people know more than we do. Come on out here, Mark. So, and you were walking down the street, or you were rolling down the street.
Rolling down
and you thought, I'd like to do this.
Yeah, I was asked to help ambassador this in Sacramento with the help of another friend of mine, and I'm joining in now for the second year, and it's the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is still in its infancy, but it's surprising on how much it's grown over just the few years that it's been around.
It's raised a lot of money.
It has raised a lot of money. This year we're hoping to raise $5 million worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, how does it raise money?
Purely through donations.
I see.
So it's free to ride, it's free to sign up, and it's all done through donations, independent donations.
Independent donations.
Yeah.
So, if I have a motorcycle and I'd like to ride in this, what would I do?
You would go to the Gentleman's Ride on the internet, and you would sign up if you're outside of Sacramento, or if you can join us on this Sunday at Bottle and Barlow between 2 and 4. You'll come in, we'll all visit, we'll sign you up online, and then you'll be given a map of where we'll be meeting on September 25th for the actual ride.
Okay, so but the sign-up's on September 4th.
This
from 2 to 4 p.m. at Bottle and Barlow.
Correct.
I see. Okay, now it's all coming together.
Big September event.
But the Gentleman's Ride's a little later in the month.
Yes, on the 25th.
And people dress up in gentlemen's. It sounds like I have to wear my,
We all get very excited about this because we do. We polish our bikes out, we put on our ties, we put on our bow ties, our sharp jackets and shoes, and people become very dapper for the event. So we make something that is less attractive, which is prostate cancer, and we try to make it a fun event for people to come together and bring awareness.
Bring awareness,
Yes.
and I think that's a great thing to do. It can be, when it's not detected early, devastating to families, and we need to get a hold of it.
Yes, it's here in our culture we become nervous to go to the doctor for any reason, and preventative maintenance is very easy to do, and sometimes we even fear the preventive maintenance, but a simple checkup can save your life.
Yeah. So it's a fascinating event, a good way to raise money and also involve people who love the same things, which are, wheels that go around.
Yes, and looking cool.
And looking cool, yeah. And the other way is also acting cool too.
Yeah, well, comes with the territory.
It does, I suppose. I never knew how. But it is really interesting, and also what you do, which is run a kind of an odd, wonderful business, the Vintage Monkey, which is great.
Yeah, flagshipped right here in Sacramento, and a lot of people don't know that. Even though there's an international influence there, I'm right in the heart of Sacramento. So,
great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming, Shasta, and we will see you out on the road then on the 25th. But over at Bar and Barlow's to sign up.
The sign up this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, golly Moses, that's it. It's the end of our road for today. And the road starts again next Wednesday. And we'll talk to people like Shasta here and also those wonderful actors you saw just a few minutes ago. We'll see you. Bye.
Thank you.